Hey everybody, today is Wednesday, I guess it's March 18th, and we're going to change it up. Need a little battery charge for me, and there's nothing better than getting out on a beautiful day and riding a motorcycle out. Not a lot of traffic on the roads right now, and that'd be a good day just to ride in. So, don't know if there's bike. It's a beautiful day. Here we are at my offices. The parking lot is, mostly empty. But you look at all the activity that is going on. There's these guys over here that are, working to landscaping all around. These guys are working hard. Okay, right there, doing our mulch. They're doing the flowers. Over here, you got the UPS trucks that just arrived. They're probably bringing us tax returns to do and tax documents. But, one thing I'm going to try to do is not use a particular word. A friend posted yesterday that he saw that word was being treated like spam, and so it might keep some discussions filtered. So we'll just call it the big elephant, okay? We got the big elephant in the room. So when I do my commutes in, we'll just call it the elephant commute, okay? I'm kind of a big guy that could fit. I'm lucky that I got a big bike to haul a big guy around. But let's just talk really quick before I go up to the office. I'm probably working 12, 15 hours right now. Today I'm going to take a shorter day. Try to spend some time with the fam tonight, because I think we went through a big phase to try to get a lot of people up and running to work from home. So we have a core group here that's going to be rotating in and out to keep the operations going. And I know there's a lot of talk about, the efforts to isolate, social isolation, I think is the word. And what are we doing? Why are we doing it? My good friend Will Post, we were chatting about on his thread. And I think it's good for everybody to keep the big picture in mind. In my friend group, I got young people, old people, middle-aged people, people that are healthy, people that are ill. And we should, like Pokepop, Mike Martin, if you see this, probably your wisdom is, for judging, is, sometimes we get so caught up in the minutiae of the rules, if we lose sight of why the hell are we doing this? So let's talk about the elephant in the room for this shutdown. And why are we going about all of this, and how does this impact me? I'm not even sick. I feel good. The people around me, my area, might not be sick. This term, flattening of the curve, whatever. And I think we can just keep it real simple, that everybody plays a role. You look at what this elephant in the room is doing. It's a generational condition. And it's really, really, really effing bad for people the older you get. And if you're 60 plus, that hockey stick goes up. If you are 70, 80, reports in Italy I saw last night, if you're over 80 and the beds are full, you're not the priority, okay? Because they don't think there's much they can do once you get to the severe respiratory part. And so on the flip side of that, I think when you read CDC communications and others, for the younger folks, you could be asymptomatic. You can actually have the damn elephant and not have symptoms, have mild symptoms, and you can be out and about. And I think that gets to the root of those two extremes are what we're trying to balance and trade off here as a society, as a planet, okay? You young folks that are out and about or active, the folks that are young, active, and healthy are out and about, intermingling, and are, go back to normal times. You go to concerts, you go to theaters, you go to beer pubs. We have a good time, huh? Even though I'm an old guy, I try to hang out with all you young guys. We go to Pokemon tournaments, and we spend time. We shuffle our decks, we intermingle, we sneeze, we spit, we cough, we do a lot of stuff, right? And I think the idea here is to reduce that, eliminate, let's use that word, that large communal contact. Because right now, you could have that elephant and not even know it. And you could be both acquiring that from others that don't know that they have it. And if we engage in that communal activity, we could exponentially contact others unintentionally, not even know it. And they will acquire it from us as well. And that's really, really effing bad for the old people that come into contact in your life. So I think if we sum up, we're trying to do two things here. We're trying to stop and hold down on that unintentional movement between people of folks that might not know they have it and might not realize they're getting it from somebody because they don't know they have it. And at the other end, I think we want to make sure that the older folks and the people at risk are isolated and shut down, and that they're safe, that they can't come into harm's way by interacting with others and touching surfaces and being in particularly in a communal setting. All right. So that's the big picture. I know, people are afraid. You hear, pandemic, big scary words, but if we stick to the pathology of what's happening, this isn't an airborne, these beautiful budding flowers, etc., the air that's out, that's not going to spread. If you've been watching so much movies, dear God, I watched Outbreak the other night, the weekend. Somebody recommended to me Containment. I'm going to check that out. Let me know if you got good scary movies, so I can say, oh shit, it can get a lot worse than what we have it. Because I think, that's the thing. People dismiss this like it's not Ebola, so what the F? That's probably not a great attitude, because even though it's not Ebola overall, the average, how this is treated, for the people in the at-risk groups, it's quite severe. And we're trying to keep our systems from getting overloaded at the onslaught of nobody has an immunity to this. So I'm optimistic that this is a temporary thing we're going through. That doesn't mean it's a short thing. So I pray for you all and think about you daily. And I just hope we keep our eyes on the other side of this and stay calm, stay patient. And just remember, there is a purpose to all this. There's a purpose to what we're doing. There's a purpose to you in your life, the impact you have on others daily. Forget the elephant in the room. I come and I look at my friend list and I think of I met you, how we've done things together, and just conversations that we've all had and activities that we've done. And that's what's really meaningful. We're sort of shut down a little bit from that in person. But it's awesome that we can engage, and we have the tools and the means to engage, stay connected with one another. And we can even run like a little 40-person CPA firm. We can send people home and have a group of folks here that are locked down in a pickle jar. For folks that are worried, Will said, hey, there's a lot of people out, and describe like us. We're going from one pickle jar to another pickle jar. So people are locked down at home, and then they're coming into a lockdown environment here where, we don't allow outsiders to come in. So the folks that are here, if they're safe, they're safe. We're asking people not to stop and, interact along the way. And, no client meetings, no on-the-road vendors that usually come in here. I think it's going to be interesting to see how business is conducted on the other side of this. If you go to my timeline, I stole a cartoon from somebody that I thought was hilarious. It's just my God, we all these meetings could have actually been done by emails after all, right? And I think we're gonna learn a lot about that. So if you're in a small business, you're in a challenging situation, maybe your business is going to be more profitable on the other side, and that will help suck up. But we got to get to that other side. So we take care of your people, make sure they're safe. That's job number one. And job number two is, whatever it is you do. If you serve clients, serve your clients. If you're in some other type of business online, if you're whatever you're doing, try to do the best you can in this environment. My heart goes out to hotel workers and, think about house cleaners, housekeepers, front desk people, the shuttle drivers. So many people that if you pay attention to this, they're being put on 0-hour schedules, many of them. The hotels don't want to lose them, but they can't. There's no occupancy right now. So a lot of folks are going on 0-hour schedules. And depending on what state you're in, they might be having a hard time with unemployment. Many of them might not have health care because they might be part-time. And I think, that brings a lot of good issues. So we've got some relief coming. The administration, I have to absorb what they're doing. People look to me sometimes for economics and whatnot. Right now, I'm trying to take care of job number 1 and job number 2 I just talked about. Keep my people safe, take care of clients, make sure the fam's good, feed my dogs. But I'll try to get information out that I can. I don't want to contribute to the noise. There's a lot of background noise. I hope that through these moments together that I can share sort of what's really on my mind and try to engage with you guys in a meaningful way. Okay, have a great day. And if you have sunshine and a beautiful day like this, get out and enjoy it, but socially isolate. Be good.